Hey, sixth grade band. Hey, so we're going to get into our method book right now. And now I am looking in our method book, and you're either on a PDF or you're in your actual book. Remember the PDF, a copy of it. The link is down here in the description, so make sure that you use that or use your own book, okay? The version I may put in there may not have some of the fingerings in there for some of the new notes. It expects you to do that because that was the original one. So anyways, we're right now looking at number 112, okay? Now this assumes that you can play a B flat, E flat, and F scale. And for the most part, we can. We know Fi, we know Te, so we're going to be able to get through this stuff, but we're going to have to call your attention to the key signature, the stuff that's between the clef and the time signature, the key signature, okay? How many flats, how many sharps? If there are flats, are there sharps? Okay, is there nothing? But we're looking at 112, and it says new, 4 16th notes. Now, 16th notes means there are a space of 4 notes in 1 quarter note, okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and play number 112 for you. It's just a B flat scale, by the way, guys, with a rhythm. It's just written out for you versus I play, you play. So it's going to sound like this. Okay, that's what this is. Okay, so grab your instrument. If you need to push pause, I'll wait for you. Great. All right. Hey, so instruments up. Let's go ahead and play number 112 together. Remember, we've got T at the top, so be careful, okay? That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, pinky, pinky. Okay, 4 register key for clarinets. That's second valve. This is the B flat major scale, right? Here we go. 2, ready from the top. Okay, so that's what it is. 4 16th notes, 2 lines on instead of 1 line for 8 notes means 4 16th notes. Tier, re, okay, instead of T, T, okay? 1 quarter note splits into 4 16th notes. Okay, so now we're going to look at number 114. Now it says this, and the trick is it leads to something called this is Etude number 1. And if you can play that, that's pretty much most of the knowledge you need for junior high, for sure. Okay, there won't be a lot of stuff that will be new. We're just going to take that, make it better, sound better, play more complicated things together, have a lot of fun, okay? So, Etude 114, let's take a look at this. Now, the game, the key signature, the rules for the game is the E flat major scale. So, take a look. We're going to have to play with Te, but there's also an accidental at the end that makes it T. So, let's take a look at the first measure, okay? We've got E flat, we've got Fa, Mi, and So. We've got E concert E flat, D, E flat, and F. The next measure, we've got to use Te. We've got to use that concert A flat. That's from the E flat major scale. That's pinchy fingers. First valves, okay, third positions, okay, saxophones, 1, 2, 3, first finger. If you don't sound like you're playing it right with me, again, you for sure are making a mistake in the second measure on that note. Okay, now if you look at the last measure though, it has an accidental on it that gets rid of that and goes back to T, goes back to A natural. So we're kind of like hovering between 2 scales here. We have to start with the E flat scale with that new note, and then we go back to the B flat scale. And guys, by the way, in that last measure, I know you see one accidental there on the beginning of that first note. That's going to carry through for all 3 of those notes. So you're going to play A natural, then G, then come back to A natural, okay, for the 4th measure. So I'm going to go ahead and start playing this at a nice tempo. Okay, so this is 1 line worth of music. 4 16th notes. We've got an A flat and an E natural. We've got a T, we've got a T. We've got to use all of those. So let's go ahead. Let's break it up. I'm going to play one measure, and then I'll call, and then I'll play it again, but then that's your opportunity to play with me, okay? So I'm going to play first, then we'll play together. So here's 114, first measure only, just me. Together, 2, set, and. Cool. All right. Go back and review that if you need to. Practice it on your own. Maybe rewind and play it a couple of times with me. All right. Here's the next measure. Okay. Don't forget we've got that upper T, that upper concert A flat, trumpets B flat, saxophones F. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So that is going to be for you. That is going to. Okay. You can tell that this is a straight take, can't you guys? Okay, now it is your turn to play with me, right? That's what I was going to say. Ready? Cool. All right, here's the next measure. No surprises. Does go up to a high B flat. 2. Ready? Here's me. Cool. Now play with me. Ready? Cool. All right, and then the last measure, again, they're all second valve. They're all T's. It's top of the B flat major scale. And we're using those for all 3 of those notes because the accidental is going to, once it starts, it carries through any time it shows up in that measure. If you pass by that measure, then it's gone. It's kind of like a power up. It's gone after the bar line. So it's going to sound like this. Great. Shall we play it? 2, ready, Cool. All right. Now, I'm going to scan down here. Now, let's take a look at number 116. Now, if this is the end for you and you need to practice that a little bit, that's cool. I'm going to go on to the next thing so that we're going to do the next variation of that 112. So 116 is where we are right now, a B flat major scale. The difference now is, though, you see it says 8th and 2/16. T, Terry. T, Terry. Say it with me. T, Terry. Okay? And that's what the rhythm is for 116. So let me play a little bit of it, and then you're just playing a B flat major scale with that rhythm. Sounds like this. That's all it is. Okay? Let's play together. Ready? 2, set. That's 116. 8th and 2/16 notes. So now we've got 2 things in play. We've got Terry, Terry, and T, Terry. Okay, so again, Terry, Terry, or T, Terry. Okay, so now let's go down again in our book. We are now looking, I'm scrolling to 119. It says this is. Okay, now I'm going to play it for you. This is, it's the same thing we did basically for 112. We've got A flat and E natural. This is the E flat major scale. Watch out for accidentals if they occur. Okay, it happens on the first line, at the end of the first line. The difference now is it's basically the same piece, guys, except for now we have 8th and 2/16. So we're going to use 4/16 and 8th and 2/16. Sounds like this. see the music because I've got the camera here and I've got the music right behind me. Okay, so let's go on. Actually, you know what? Just to be a smarter person, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on a different screen. I've got multi-screens and I can just do that. Okay, great. Now you won't see me going like this the whole time, right? All right, so let's break it down because the first three measures are exactly the same as what you did for 112. The fourth measure is different though. Instead of going tiri, tiri, K, or T, 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 it's got T, tiri, T, 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 ta. Okay, sounds like this. And again, okay, that A natural, that T is going to stay all the way through that undid te. Now we go to the next line, te's back in, A flat's back in. Okay, so here's the fourth measure. Play with me. T, tiri, T, 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 ta. Ready? And. Cool. All right. So go back and practice that a few times if you need to. Rewind, play with it over and over and over until you get that. Now, the next line for sure is different. Now we've got 8th and 2/16 and 4/16 in that first measure. So we're going to play one measure at a time. Okay, so it starts on a high B flat. We've got te, we've got A flat. Okay, concert A flat first valve, pinchy fingers. Okay, flutes, okay, have the pinky there. Let's play together. 2, ready, and. Cool. All right, next measure, just 8th and 2/16 notes. T, tiri, T, 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 tiri, ta. Okay? No A flats. This is just notes we know. 2, ready, and. Okay. Now, the next measure is very similar to the first measure. We've got 4/16 notes, 2 8th notes, and there's no notes that are surprise. So it sounds like this. Okay, let's play together. 2, ready, and. Okay, now the ending's a little different. T, tiri, T, 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 ta, 8th and 2/16 notes. But we do have that A flat, so we've got to use the original key signature. That's that first valve, that te. Okay, that A flat pinchy fingers, adding the pinky in there, right? Okay, first finger for alto in the right hand with a G. All right, here we go together. Ready, and. Let's try that one more time. Ready, and. Great. Okay, now let's just play the second line since the first line is pretty much the same, right? Let's just play the second line since that is all new stuff. Then we'll go back and play the whole thing, okay? So here's 119, second line. Ready? Cool. All right. Well, that is the second line. Go back and repeat this, okay, if you need to. Rewind. Okay, and do that back. But now I'm going to go back and I'm going to play for you all the way through, and then you'll play with me. And if you want to, you can play both times. That's fine. Okay, so here's just a listen. Cool. All right, so that's all the way through. Let's try it together. 2, set, guessed it, time for the last thing. So on the, well, maybe you didn't guess that. Okay, but next would be 122. Okay, for this is Etude number 1. Now that takes us right into junior high, guys. Okay, this is what that basically prepares you for. First, though, we've got to play 120, a new rhythm. That's why this is different. Okay, so we have 2/16 and then eighth. Okay, 2/16 and then eighth. Tiri T. Now, the interesting thing about this one, this is actually kind of easier than eighth and 2/16 notes because it's just 3/16 in a row. You just got to wait before you go to the next measure, though. Tiri, ti, ta. So 120 sounds like ta, tiri, ta, ta, tiri, ta. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that right? Ta, ta. There we go. Here we go. One more time. Ta, ti, ti. Okay, so here we go. Ready? I know I'm 16 minutes in. I am not going back and doing this again. I'm going to say it again. Ta, tiri, ti, ta, ta, tiri, ti, ta. We're right. Ta, tiri, ti, ta, ta, tiri, ti, ta. Okay, great. I'm going to play a little bit for you. This is 120. Hey, well, I got a phone call in the middle of this. I'm on my phone. I'm videotaping this stuff, and so I got cut off. So I'm going to start 120 again. Here it goes. Ready? Together. Ready? And. That's 120. Now 122, let's take a look at this because some of the information, and this is why this is all in one video, some of this information is exactly the same. So we're going to find those measures that are different from 119. Okay, so 122, first measure, same. Second measure, same. Third measure, same. Fourth measure, same. Great. So the first entire line, we don't have to practice. We can already play it, right? If you can play 119. Next measure, okay, next line, different. Next measure, different. Next measure, same. Next measure, same. So what do we need to practice? We need to practice the second line, the first and second measures there, okay? That's it. So let's take a look at that. So we have tiri, ti, 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 tiri, tiri, ta. Take a look at it. Say it with me. Ready? And tiri, tiri, ti, 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 tiri, tiri, ta. Again, tiri, ti, 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 tiri, tiri, ta. Let's play that. We have an A flat in there. We have te. Okay? 2, ready, together. Let's do it one more time, shall we? Ready? And. Cool. So if you need to, go back and play that a few times with me. Listen, play along, play on your own. Once you get it, now we're going on. So here we go. Here's the next measure. Same rhythm for the most part. Tiri, ti, 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 tiri, ta. So we have a 2/16 and an eighth. And then later on, we have an eighth and 2/16. Okay, a little tricky measure. Again, listen. Tiri, ti, 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 tiri, ta. Sounds like this. It's basically the same measure as we found in 119. It's just one measure's flipped, okay? Or one beat rhythm is flipped. Okay, play with me. Ready? Cool. So I'm going to play the second line for you. You can play along with me. I will play it twice. So the second time, at least, you want to play along with me. Okay, here's the first time. Here's the second line only. Okay, here's the second time. Ready? Cool? All right. now we're going back to the top, and the goal here is we're going to play from start to end. Now, if you finish this, I have a little secret thing here. I'd like to you then in the comments, I'd like you to write done, okay? With whatever you're watching it, you're just going to write done, that you finished it, okay? Done. That's all you need to write in. That you can play, this is Etude number 1. Done, okay? That's all you got, okay? Cool, here we go. 122 all the way through. I'll play it twice for you. You can listen the first time if you want, or you can play it with me both times. Ready? And... Cool? Great. Now we're going to play it together, or this is your second time with me. 2, ready, and... Great. Well, hey guys, that's all for this video. If you can do Etude number 1, you're going to put done in the comments down below. That basically means that, yes, you pretty much can play almost every single rhythm that you need to for junior high. But wait, there's more. Yeah, there's always more stuff, okay? And that'll be in another video, all right? So, again, 3 things that I need you to be able to play on the scale side and rhythms understand. So 4 things total. Ready? B flat, E flat, F, and then 122. This is Etude number 1. Okay, I really want you guys to be able to play that. If you can play that, junior high has a piece of cake. If you can, it's okay. It's okay. We review all this stuff. It just means it's not going to be new to you. It's going to be new to the people who didn't come from Summit Academy. Okay, and then you put yourself up higher. You're a higher chair. It just makes your life a lot easier. Okay, so stay on top of things. Make sure you're getting to your instruments. Oil those valves brass. Don't let them sit for too long. Okay, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Take care.